Bring the joy. This is my favorite advice to give to people who say, I want to change my life. I'm like, great, bring the joy. So, people say, Brendon, what should I bring to your seminars? I go, bring the joy. You know what, I'm gonna come to your house on Friday for the party. What should I bring? Bring the joy. I feel that it might be one of the greatest pieces of advice ever, that if you're going to show up somewhere, bring the joy. Intentionally decide to make that situation or that place you're going better. And so many people don't do that. They walk into environments and they say, oh, well, the energy is what the energy is. And they just accept the energy that is in the space. And I go, actually, why not try and challenge yourself to be responsible, to bring good energy into that space, to charge it up, if you will. I know you guys love the charge up. Charge it up. Why not be that person who leaves an energy better than you found it? What would happen if we all started doing that? Doing it in a real, authentic way. But, I think if you go out with your friends, you have an opportunity to bring some joy there, to sort of enrich their life with some positivity. Because don't you feel like right now we're surrounded by an incredible amount of negativity, an incredible amount of people being personally offended and angry about lots of different things? The complaining is unbelievable in the culture right now. And talk about a weak level of energy. Complaining, personification of anger, like just this perpetuation of negativity. It's like the world is drowning in its own pools of pessimism, and the only people who are gonna save these people are those who are gonna come out and say, you know what? Chill out, calm down. And the people who bring positive energy back into the world. So I say bring the joy. Look, as I've always taught, the power plant doesn't have energy, it generates energy. You don't have joy, you choose intentionally to generate it. Just like you don't have happiness, you generate happiness by the way that you think, the way that you behave, the life that you construct. You don't have sadness, you are constructing it. You are generating sadness. We are consciously, ultimately responsible for our emotions. Yes, everyone will rally against me and say, well, Brendon, you don't understand. Some people have mental disorders, mental illness, emotional inability to control themselves. I'm like, yes, some do, a small percentage. And to those in those situations, it's difficult and they need professional help. For the vast majority of people, what we need to do is ask the simple question, am I going to allow random emotions to sweep through my life, or am I going to choose to consciously generate positive emotions, experiences in my life? It's a choice. Run around being automatic and impulsive, or choosing to be intentional. I've been talking about it a lot on the Charge Life recently because we get all these questions about it. People say, oh, it's so bad right now, Brendon. And I go, is it really? I mean, is it really that bad right now? Or has it always kind of been the way it is that we make it? People who always think it's bad, they always think it's bad. I think right now we have an incredible opportunity in our lives. There's an incredible abundance available to us right now. And I believe that the energy we want to experience in our life, we can choose, just like the power plant, we can generate it. So how do you generate joy? How do you bring the joy in your life? I've thought about this a lot, and I think there's 4 simple secrets here that we probably already know. The first one is we have to learn to cue happiness. We have to trigger it. Let's say you go out with your friends and everybody around the table is just complaining and crappy and in a bad mood. You can join and you can add fuel to that pessimistic fire, or you could change the tone of the conversation, change the direction of where it's going, shift the energy. And you can do that by cueing happiness. You can simply say things like, hey, I know there's a lot of negativity going on around in the world right now, and obviously we're all talking about, I'm just wondering, is there anything really beautiful going on in your family right now? Did your kids do anything to surprise you, make you smile recently? Hey, is there anything that's been going on that you just feel really grateful for? And just by now going around to each person, hey, you know what? I know there's lots of negativity. Share something that you're happy about right now. Cue the conversation of happiness, and the energy of happiness starts showing up more often. Don't do it by accident. I make it a challenge for myself of every group that I walk into. It's my immediate cue. If I walk into a group, I go, I'm going to lift the energy a little bit. I don't always get it right. Sometimes I'm annoying, but I'm gonna try because I want to have positive energy in my life. So why not take responsibility and cue the happiness? Number 2, humor. You could break the negativity by bringing in a little humor. I'll tell you what, a lot of people don't know how to do this, so here's another example. Here you are with your friends at lunch, everyone's complaining. People say, well, Brendon, humor's hard. If I make fun of them, they'll get mad. If I poke fun at somebody or poke fun of myself, it doesn't feel authentic. I go, you know what? Find humor in the space that you're in. If you don't have to make fun of anybody there, or even of yourself, though I personally like to do those things, but if you don't feel comfortable doing that, find the humor. There's always something funny to look at. And you can even say it. Say, you know what, guys? I'm sorry, have you noticed that funny picture over there? Looks like it's looking at me. Or, hey, have you noticed that there's a bunch of really weird looking people around here? Point out something. I don't know what it's gonna be for you, but find something to point out that's funny, and even use the word funny, and people start changing their emotional energy. So use it, find humor. And you know what? I don't care what you gotta do. Think of, before you sit down at that table, go, what has happened that's funny in the last couple days? Kids say the darndest things. My son said this. Gosh, this funny thing I saw happen while I was driving to work. Or, oh, my boss said this that was really hilarious to us. Think of something. Before you sit down at the table with them, think, what's happened funny? And then we sit them down, everyone's complaining, go, hey, you know what, I know, I appreciate everything you guys are saying. I couldn't wait to see it because I want to tell you about this funny thing that just happened. This funny thing my kids said, this funny thing that I observed, and you share your story of funny, and it's likely someone else at the table will share their story of funny, and you just brought the joy to that table. Last 2 big ideas. This one, bringing the joy can sometimes feel like being helpful. A lot of people feel alone in the world. And as people are complaining there, you can take a moment. Joy doesn't have to be happy, happy, joy, joy, jump out of here. You don't have to be a clown like me all the time, But sometimes someone's having a bad day and you know how to solve it. And usually you wouldn't. You just let them complain. But you interject. And this time you say, hey, you know what? I know you're going through that. Here's some advice I heard that's helpful. Or here's something you could do that could help you. And bring helpfulness into the situation. Literally saying the word help can make people feel better. It's like, hey, I know that's difficult. What might help is if, you tried this, or you did that, or you went to bed earlier, or you said this thing next time that happens. Being helpful can change the direction of negativity towards joy. So don't forget to be a helpful human. Have what I call the helpful bias. Anytime you're around someone, because you know what, if you help, then as soon as you help, it lifts the mood up a little bit. Then you can put on that happiness cue or that humor cue and things start to change. Last one, I'll tell you, bringing the joy, it's so easy today, is because most people don't feel appreciated. They don't feel seen or heard or validated. One of the easiest ways to bring joy to a situation is to honor people, to honor them, to say thank you, to give a compliment that's specific and sincere. You know what? When you compliment somebody, they feel better. The joy starts arising within them. They feel good about themselves. They feel good about what they're doing. But most people, they don't give many compliments at all. Their compliments are very short. Thank you. And that's it. Take a moment to notice something about your waiter or waitress, the people who are serving and taking care of you, and comment specifically. Comment with joy. Thank them from a real place and really have a conversation about it. Hey, I noticed you did this for us. I really appreciate that. Do you do that for everybody, or are we special today? Have a little fun with it, but honor people. There's nothing more that people need in their lives than to feel appreciated and validated. The reason most people quit jobs isn't because they don't like the job. They don't feel appreciated with what they're doing. The reason people leave marriages, they don't feel appreciated anymore. The person just took it for granted that they were there and stopped sharing all the reasons they're appreciative for the other person. And so you want to bring joy, honor people. I hope that these ideas helped you today experience more of the charged life. I hope they found something inside that said, you know what, I need to be more responsible for the energy around me. That, if I noticed things to be happy about, or I brought the humor, or I honored people, or I was more helpful, then suddenly, people around me, they might feel better. And even if I couldn't make them feel better, I would make myself feel better being intentional about bringing positivity in the world. Because you know what you would regret at the end of your life? Just being a curmudgeon, always bringing negativity into the world. But if you can bring some positivity in the world, if you can bring the joy, then you will know life will have been worthwhile. You have felt connected and just vibrant about it. You will have felt what we call the charged life. Hey, my friend, it's Brendon. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Do me 2 favors. Number 1, subscribe to this channel so that you continue to get updates every time I release new training for you. And number 2, if you would like to get ahead a little faster in life, what I'd like to do is give you my 10 steps to achieving anything 10 times faster. So if you have a big goal, a big dream, a big mission in life, and you just like to achieve it faster, what would you need to do? This is exactly what I keep next to my computer or next to my bed, and every time I have a big dream, a big goal, I open it up and I kind of use this as my checklist to get ahead faster. Because you and I both know if you're gonna be more effective or more productive, or you are gonna achieve your goals and your dreams faster, you're gonna have to switch your perspective a little bit on achievement itself. You're gonna have to adopt new thinking patterns and habits. You're gonna have new daily rituals and habits, and your entire approach to learning and skill development must be better. So in order to help you do that, just go ahead and click the link in this post, or go to brendon.com/10x. That's Brendon, BRENDON.com/10x. And you can download this guide for free. Just tell me your name and email. I'm happy to email that to you for free. The same guide I use to achieve any goal or dream faster. Thanks for tuning in. Until I see you next time, go out there every single day of your life, live fully, love openly, and make your difference today.